The Tense of KEDAR by Rudyard Kipling. Only why should it be with pain at all? Why must I twixt the leaves of coronal put any kiss of pardon on thy brow? Why should the other women know so much, and talk together such the look, and such the smile he used to love with then as now? Any wife to any husband. Seen a nanny tal dinner for 34 plate wines, crockery and kitmatgers, carefully calculated to scale of Rs 6,000 per mensum, less exchange, table split lengthways by bank of flowers. Mrs. Harriet, after conversation has risen to proper pitch, didn't see you in the crush, in the drawing-room sotto voce, where have you been all this, while Pip? Captain Gadsby, turning from regularly ordained dinner partner, and settling hock glasses, good evening sotto voce, not quite so loud another time, you've no notion how your voice carries aside so much for shirking the written explanation, it'll have to be a verbal one now. Sweet prospect, how on earth am I to tell her that I am a respectable, engaged member of society, and it's all over between us? Mrs. H, I've a heavy score against you. Where were you at the Monday pop? Where were you on Tuesday? Where were you at the Lamont's tennis? I was looking everywhere. Cap G for me, oh, I was alive somewhere, I suppose aside it's for Minnie's sake, but it's going to be dashed unpleasant. Mrs. H, have I done anything to offend you? I never meant it. If I have, I couldn't help going for a ride with the Vayner man. It was promised a week before you came up. Cap G, I didn't know. Mrs. H, it really was. Cap G, anything about it, I mean. Mrs. H, what has upset you today all these days? You haven't been near me for 4 whole days, nearly 100 hours. Was it kind of you, Pip? And I've been looking forward so much to your coming. Cap G, have you? Mrs. H, you know I've been as foolish as a schoolgirl about it. I made a little calendar and put it in my card case, and every time the 12 o'clock gun went off I scratched out a square and said that brings me nearer to Pip, my Pip. Cap G, with an uneasy laugh, what will Mackler think if you neglect him so? Mrs. H, and it hasn't brought you nearer, you seem farther away than ever. Are you sulking about something? I know your temper. Cap G, no. Mrs. H, have I grown old in the last few months? Then reaches forward to bank of flowers for menu card. Partner on left, allow me, hands menu card. Mrs. H keeps her arm at full stretch for 3 seconds. Mrs. H to partner, oh thanks, I didn't see, turns right again. Is anything in me changed at all? Cap G, for goodness sake go on with your dinner. You must eat something, try one of those cutlet arrangements aside. And I fancied she had good shoulders once upon a time. What an ass a man can make of himself. Mrs. H, helping herself to a paper frill, 7 peas, some stamped carrots, and a spoonful of gravy. That isn't an answer, tell me whether I have done anything. Cap G, aside, if it isn't ended here, there will be a ghastly scene somewhere else. If only I'd written to her, and stood the racket at long range to Kitmatker, Hans Simpkin, do aloud, I'll tell you later on. Mrs. H, tell me now, it must be some foolish misunderstanding, and you know that there was to be nothing of that sort between us. We of all people in the world can't afford it. Is it the Vayner man? And don't you like to say so on my honor? Cap G, I haven't given the Vayner man a thought. Mrs. H, but how do you know that I haven't? Cap G, aside, here's my chance, and may the devil help me through with it, aloud, and measuredly, believe me, I do not care how often or how tenderly you think of the Vayner man. Mrs. H, I wonder if you mean that, oh, what is the good of squabbling and pretending to misunderstand when you are only up for so short a time? Pip, don't be a stupid. Follows a pause, during which he crosses his left leg over his right and continues his dinner. Cap G, in answer to the thunderstorm in her eyes, corns me worst. Mrs. H, upon my word, you are the very rudest man in the world. I'll never do it again. Cap G, aside, no, I don't think you will, but I wonder what you will do before it's all over to Kitmatker Thora Simpkin do. Mrs. H, well, haven't you the grace to apologize, bad man? Cap G, aside, I mustn't let it drift back. Now trust a woman, for for being as blind as a bat when she won't see. Mrs. H, I am waiting, or would you like me to dictate a form of apology? Cap G desperately, by all means dictate. Mrs. H, lightly, very well, rehearse your several Christian names after me, and go on, profess my sincere repentance. Cap G, sincere repentance. Mrs. H, for having behaved. Cap G, aside, at last I wish to goodness shed look away, for having behaved as I have behaved, and declare that I am thoroughly and heartily sick of the whole business, and take this opportunity of making clear my intention of ending it now henceforward and forever, aside, if anyone had told me I should be such a blackguard. Mrs. H, shaking a spoonful of potato chips into her plate, that's not a pretty joke. Cap G, no, it's a reality, aside, I wonder if smashes of this kind are always so raw. Mrs. H, really, Pip, you're getting more absurd every day. Cap G, I don't think you quite understand me, shall I repeat it? Mrs. H, no, for pity's sake, don't do that, it's too terrible even in fur. Cap G, ill, let her think it over for a while, but I ought to be horsewhipped. Mrs. H, I want to know what you meant by what you said just now. Cap G, exactly what I said, no less. Mrs. H, but what have I done to deserve it, what have I done? Cap G, aside, if she only wouldn't look at me aloud, and very slowly, his eyes on his plate. Do you remember that evening in July, before the rains broke, when you said that the end would have to come sooner or later, and you wondered for which of us it would come first? Mrs. H, yes, I was only joking, and you swore that as long as there was breath in your body, it should never come, and I believed you. Cap G, fingering menu card, well, it has, that's all. A long pause, during which Mrs. H bows her head and rolls the bread twist into little pellets. G stares at the oleanders. Mrs. H, throwing back her head and laughing naturally, they train us women, well, don't they, Pip? Cap G, brutally touching shirt stud, so far as the expression goes. Aside, it isn't in her nature to take things quietly, there'll be an explosion yet. Mrs. H, with a shudder, thank you, B, but even Red Indians allow people to wriggle when they're being tortured, I believe. Slips fan from girdle and fans, slowly, rim of fan level with chin. Partner on left, very close tonight, isn't it? You find it too much for you? Mrs. H, oh no, not in the least, but they really ought to have punkers even in your cool nanny, tal, oughtn't they? Turns, dropping fan and raising eyebrows. Cap G, it's all right, aside, here comes the storm. Mrs. H, her eyes on the tablecloth fan ready in right hand, it was very cleverly managed, Pip, and I congratulate you. You swore you never contented yourself with merely saying a thing. You swore that as far as lay in your power, you'd make my wretched life pleasant for me, and you've denied me the consolation of breaking down. I should have done it indeed. I should. A woman would hardly have thought of this refinement, my kind, considerate friend Fangard, as before you have explained things so tenderly and truthfully too. You haven't spoken or written a word of warning, and you have let me believe in you till the last minute. You haven't condescended to give me your reason. Yet no, a woman could not have managed it half so well. Are there many men like you in the world? Cap G, I am sure I don't know to Kitmatka, oh, his Simpkin do. Mrs. H, you call yourself a man of the world, don't you? Do men of the world behave like devils when they do a woman the honor to get tired of her? Cap G, I am sure I don't know, don't speak so loud. Mrs. H, keep us respectable, oh Lord. Whatever happens, don't be afraid of my compromising you. You've chosen your ground far too well, and I've been properly brought up. Lowering fan, haven't you any pity, Pip, except for yourself? Cap G, wouldn't it be rather impertinent of me to say that I am sorry for you? Mrs. H, I think you have said it once or twice before. You're growing very careful of my feelings. My God, Pip, I was a good woman once. You said I was. You've made me what I am. What are you going to do with me? What are you going to do with me? Want you say that you are sorry? Helps herself to iced asparagus. Cap G, I am sorry for you if you want the pity of such a brute as I am. I am awfully sorry for you. Mrs. H, rather tame for a man of the world. Do you think that that admission clears you? Cap G, what can I do? I can only tell you what I think of myself. You can't think worse than that. Mrs. H, oh yes, I can. And now will you tell me the reason of all this? Remorse. Has Bayard been suddenly conscience-stricken? Cap G angrily, his eyes still lowered. No, the thing has come to an end on my side. That's all maffish. Mrs. H, that's all maffish. As though I were a Kyrene dragoman. You used to make prettier speeches. Do you remember when you said? Cap G, for heaven's sake, don't bring that back. Call me anything you like, and ill admit it. Mrs. H, but you don't care to be reminded of old lies. If I could hope to hurt you one-tenth, as much as you have hurt me tonight, no, I wouldn't. I couldn't do itlier though you are. Cap G, I've spoken the truth. Mrs. H, my dear, so you flatter yourself. You have lied over the reason. Pip, remember that I know you as you don't know yourself. You have been everything to me, though you are Fangard. Oh, what a contemptible thing it is. And so you are merely tired of me. Cap G, since you insist upon my repeating it, yes. Mrs. H, lie, the first. I wish I knew a coarser word. Lie seems so ineffectual in your case. The fire has just died out, and there is no fresh one. Think for a minute, Pip, if you care, whether I despise you more than I do simply maffish, is it? Cap G, yes, aside, I think I deserve this. Mrs. H, line number 2, before the next glass chokes, you tell me her name. Cap G, aside, ill, make her pay for dragging Minnie into the business. Aloud, is it likely? Mrs. H, very likely, if you thought that it would flatter your vanity. You'd cry my name on the housetops to make people turn round. Cap G, I wish I had. There would have been an end to this business. Mrs. H, oh no, there would not end. So you were going to be virtuous, and blasé were you to come to me and say I've done with you the incident, is closed. I ought to be proud of having kept such a man so long. Cap G, aside, it only remains to pray for the end of the dinner. Aloud, you know what I think of myself. Mrs. H, as it's the only person in he world you ever do think of, and as I know your mind thoroughly, I do you want to get it all over, and oh, I can't keep you back, and you're going think of it, Pipto throw me over for another woman, and you swore that all other women were Pip, my Pip, she can't care for you, as I do, believe me, she can't. Is it anyone that I know? Cap G, thank goodness it isn't. Aside, I expected a cyclone, but not an earthquake. Mrs. H, she can't. Is there anything that I wouldn't do for Yower haven't done? And to think that I should take this trouble over you knowing what you are. Do you despise me for it? Cap G, wiping his mouth to hide a smile again. It's entirely a work of charity on your part. Mrs. H, ah, but I have no right to resent. It is she better looking than I. Who was it said? Cap G, no, not that. Mrs. H, ill, be more merciful than you are. Don't you know that all women are alike? Cap G, aside, then this is the exception that proves the rule. Mrs. H, all of them, ill. Tell you anything you like, I will, upon my word. They only want the admiration from anybody, no matter wonybody. But there is always one man that they care for more than anyone else in the world, and would sacrifice all the others to. Oh, do listen, I've kept the vainer man trotting after me like a poodle, and he believes that he is the only man I am interested in. Ill tell you what he said to me. Cap G, spare him. Aside, I wonder what his version is. Mrs. H, he's been waiting for me to look at him all through dinner. Shall I do it? And you can see what an idiot he looks. Cap G, but what imports the nomination of this gentleman? Mrs. H, watch, sends a glance to the vainer man, who tries vainly to combine a mouthful of ice, putting a smirk of self-satisfaction, a glare of intense devotion, and the stolidity of a British dining countenance. Cap G, critically, he doesn't look pretty. Why didn't you wait till the spoon was out of his mouth? Mrs. H, to amuse you shall make an exhibition of you, as I've made of him, and people will laugh at you. Oh, Pip, can't you see that it's as plain as the noonday sun? You'll be trotted about and told lies, and made a fool of like the others. I never made a fool of you, did I? Cap G, aside, what a clever little woman it is. Mrs. H, well, what have you to say? Cap G, I feel better. Mrs. H. Yes, I suppose so. After I have come down to your level, I couldn't have done it if I hadn't cared for you so much. I have spoken the truth. Cap G. It doesn't alter the situation. Mrs. H. Passionately. Then she has said that she cares, for you don't believe her, Pip. It's as bad as yours to me. Cap G. SSS steady. I've a notion that a friend of yours is looking at you. Mrs. H. I hate him, he introduced you to me. Cap G. Aside, and some people would like women to assist in making the law's introduction to imply condonement allowed. Well, you see, if you can remember so far back as that I couldn't in common politeness refuse the offer. Mrs. H. In common politeness, we have got beyond that. Cap G. Aside, old ground means fresh trouble allowed on my honor. Mrs. H. You're what? Ha ha. Cap G. Dishonor. Then she's not what you imagine I meant to. Mrs. H. Don't tell me anything about her. She won't care for you, and when you come back after having made an exhibition of yourself, you'll find me occupied with. Cap G. Insolently. You couldn't while I am alive. Aside, if that doesn't bring her pride to her rescue, nothing will. Mrs. H. Drawing herself up. Couldn't do it. I softening. You're right. I don't believe I could, though. You are what you are, a coward and a liar in grain. Cap G. It doesn't hurt so much after your little lecture with demonstrations. Mrs. H. One mass of vanity. Will nothing ever touch you in this life? There must be a hereafter if it's only for the benefit of, but you will have it all to yourself. Cap G. Under his eyebrows. Are you certain of that? Mrs. H. I shall have had mine in this life, and it will serve me right. Cap G. But the admiration that you insisted on so strongly a moment ago. Aside. Oh, I am a brute. Mrs. H. Fiercely. Will that console me for knowing that you will go to her with the same words, the same arguments, and the same pet names you used to me? And if she cares for you, you too will laugh over my story. Want that be punishment heavy enough even for me, and it's all useless. That's another punishment. Cap G. Feebly. Oh come, I'm not so low as you think. Mrs. H. Not now perhaps, but you will be. Oh Pip, if a woman flatters your vanity, there's nothing on earth that you would not tell her, and no meanness that you would not do. Have I known you so long without knowing that? Cap G. If you can trust me in nothing else, and I don't see why I should be trusted, you can count upon my holding my tongue. Mrs. H. If you denied everything you've said this evening, and declared it was all in fun, a long pause, I'd trust you not. Otherwise, all I ask is don't tell her my name, please, don't. A man might forget a woman, never would. Looks up table and sees hostess beginning to collect eyes. So it's all ended through no fault of mine. Haven't I behaved beautifully? I've accepted your dismissal, and you managed it as cruelly as you could, and I have made you respect my sex, haven't I? Arranging gloves and fan. I only pray that shall know you some day. As I know you now, I wouldn't be you then, for I think even your conceit will be hurt. I hope shall pay you back the humiliation you've brought on me. I hope no. I can't give you up. I must have something to look forward to, or I shall go crazy. When it's all over, come back to me, and you'll find that you're my Pip still. Cap G. Very clearly false move, and you pay for it. It's a girl. Mrs. H. Rising. Then, it was true they said, but I wouldn't insult you by asking a girl. I was a girl not very long ago. Be good to her, Pip. I dare say she believes in you. Goes out with an uncertain smile. He watches her through the door and settles into a chair as the men redistribute themselves. Cap G. Now, if there is any power who looks after this world, will he kindly tell me what I have done reaching out for the claret and half? Aloud, what have I done?